all aboard the Education Station.
Oh my God, it looks so good here. I can't wait to shop.
I see a lot
yes,
of
ma'am. Okay. How are you, friend?
I'm doing great.
Good. This is my pre-K teacher, Miss Jasmine.
Hey, Miss Jasmine.
How are you? All aboard, girl. I love it.
All right, all aboard the Education Station. Hey, my family and friends. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Instagram. Hey, it's your conductor, LaShawn Carter, here with another live podcast with you guys today. But before we begin, I got a few announcements, okay? I know the countdown to Christmas has started, y'all. If anybody else feel like they just woke up and it was like, dang, it's already Christmas. Like, that fast. It blew, like, literally. I was like, dang, December the 1st went around like that. So our first few announcements is, one, we do have something for the kiddos at the EDU Station coming up next weekend, which is the Build-A-Bear Christmas, Christmas Bear next weekend. You can get your tickets on the EDU's page. Go on the page and find Build-A-Bear Christmas Bear. Sorry. I probably messed that all the way up, but y'all get it. So then our next announcement is we are having holiday specials at the EDU Station that you can come in and shop and get your lovely ones, some learning materials, some educational materials, some toys, games, workbooks, and so much more. Come inside the EDU Station store at 2115 East 3rd Street. Okay, that's in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But you can also shop with us online at letsgoexpress.org. Okay, letsgoexpress.org. You don't have the website? Here it is for you. Okay. All right. So our last announcement is we're still having our vision board party on January the 4th. So I wanted to show y'all our awesome kits that came inside. We ain't gonna look at the goodies that just yet, but just know we do have our kits on sale right now at the letsgoexpress.org site. They're $25 just this week, okay? So they will be ending soon. That $25 vision board party ticket will be ending very soon. So you better get in when you fit in and get it for the $25, okay? So now, for our main events, we are doing our business podcast talking about just what's to predict for 2025. What's some things that a lot of our business owners can share with you guys about their business, about their vision, some of their challenges, and things that was going on this year. And I ran across this young lady Facebook page. She posts every day about her business, which is exciting. And I was talking about life insurance. I know, right? So a lot of us, we wait to the last minute or when a loved one dies or something has to traumatically happen for us to start applying for life insurance or start actually getting help about life insurance. A lot of times, some people just don't understand what are the benefits to life insurance? What is this going to help me? Why do I need to start now putting life insurance and policies in place? And what is the best policies? Because everybody out there is like, oh, I do this. I do the life insurance. I do that. But to actually have this young lady, I just inboxed her and I was like, hey, give me a call. I need to talk to you about some life insurance. I need to talk to you about my policy. I need to see what's going on with my policy because I got a policy over here and I got a policy over there. And it's just like I'm just combining too much. And I really want to sit down and do this. So we have Miss and y'all got to excuse me because it's the educator in me. I always say Miss, so I already warned her. I said, look, you're gonna probably be like, what? But Miss Bentley here to talk to us about life insurance, but not just life insurance general. Also, if you are looking to become an entrepreneur just at home doing the same job and you're passionate about helping others, building your own team with doing life insurance, she has a team, you guys. She wants you to be added onto her team and y'all work together getting people with life insurance. So we're going to bring her onto the stage and have her introduce herself as well. Hey, girl. Let me unmute you. I don't know why. Okay. Now you unmute. Sorry. Say over there on the side.
I'm muted.
Hey,
how you doing? Hey.
How you doing this evening?
I'm doing great.
All right. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are and your company name.
I am Tisha Bentley. My company name is Bentley Solutions & Co. We do help families do their protective needs, all protective needs, any financial needs that they have. We try to leave a legacy for your family.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you, what led you into this career? What brought you into life insurance?
So what brought me into life insurance is my passion for Black people. I'm just gonna be real. I got a lot of people was saying that stuff. One day we was talking and we just kept talking about silver spoons. So when I got to thinking, I was like, it's not a such thing as a silver spoon. So what it is that it's just that we're not leaving behind assets for our kids. That's just basically what it is. Because, when we look at Caucasian kids, we always tend to have the tendency to say that they're left with that silver spoon. But it's not that they're left with that silver spoon. It's just that their parents took the financial courtesy of leaving things behind for them, and in that financial stable, making them financially stable. So that's, and they also leave behind assets, land, different things of that sort, because not only did they leave it for their kids, but it was left behind for them as well. So they build a legacy, and that's what one thing that we're lacking in our community is building that legacy.
I can't agree. Yeah. A lot of times we forget, and that's one thing that I'll talk to you about. I said I had to change my goals of what I wanted to do. I mean, I love being a child care provider. I love doing what I do, but I want to leave back a legacy for my kids. And not just that, I want to make sure that they are financially set free. Like, I don't want them to be tied in bondage, tied in debt. So I want them to be able to have something to pass something down, either if it be a house or, now I don't want to pass down no debt. That's my whole conclusion. No debt.
Right. And that's the whole, see, what we have to understand is life insurance is not for us, it's for the ones that we leave behind. So that's what you're doing. You're leaving behind that assurance that they won't be left behind with any debt. And not only that, not only will they be able to bury you, but they also have something to start off them, some type of, if they want to go to school, if they want to be an entrepreneur, anything of that sort, they also have that stability to do that. So not only did you leave behind something, you left behind them a whole nother life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
And I don't mean to cut you off. I found something on your Facebook page that was very intriguing to me, and I said I was going to read it when we did our live. So I wanted to read this because a lot of people, including myself, it said, "Are you prepared for the reality of life? Far too many of us are still losing loved ones without the protection of life insurance. The heartbreaks of loss is often compounded by the financial burden left behind." I was like, you, and I know my pastor talked about it. He always said, you don't want to leave behind no debt. You want your family, they already mourning for you. They already crying and everything else, but you might want the bill collector still gonna call.
Right. They still gonna collect. They still coming for their house. They still coming to repo their car. They still coming to do that. So that's the whole thing behind it. But we also want to. We also do want to let people know that there's ways to make money while you are still here to be able, if you're not in the predicament to be able to pay a life insurance, which you shouldn't be able to. $21 a week just shouldn't blow the household budget. And that's what we base our households off for, $21 a week. $21 a week.
Somebody did not hear you in the back.
$21 a week is what we based our policy on. That's 20 to 20, anywhere from 20 to $80 to $100 a month to be able to get you and your entire family covered. Everybody in your household covered.
With life insurance.
Insurance.
What does being a licensed life insurance professional mean for people that you serve? Like, what do you do exactly? Like, can I call you anytime or say, hey?
Yes, I'm 24/7. I'm 24/7. If I need to pull up at your house, if we need to meet somewhere, a public outing, whatever we need to do, we can sit down and we can have that talk, or we can go over that quote, or whatever you want to do. I try to do most of my stuff in person so that I can go over the things and, be visual with what I'm showing people so that they can understand it a little better, because people are more visual, and when you can see it, it makes sense to them. So I try to do that for the most part. And like I said, with the reason why I'm with the company that I'm with is because that we try to keep you on this plan for every reason why every other company is looking for every reason to, kick you off. Because once you go up under underwriting for our policies, you never go into underwriting again as long as you pay that premium. So that means as long as you pay that premium, it's an annual renewable term, which no other company offers. You know what I'm saying? You can do the Google. I got the credentials to show it. But at the end of the day, you're not judged again. So with that being said, if you're to get any kind of cancer, any type of illness, you know what I'm saying, you're still covered as if you was in the state of health that you're in right now. So
let's talk about that. So what if they have to take off from work, or are they able to, go against the policy, take money out from the policy or anything?
That's a whole life policy. See, with whole life policies, I'm totally against whole life policies, and let me tell you why. Because that's how Black people were taught to. That's how we were taught to buy life insurance. Because we're buying two things, but we're only going to get one. That's meaning they told you had this cash value versus your death benefit. With that cash value, the first 3 to 5 years, you won't even get anything from it. It won't even build anything, because whoever that agent is that wrote that policy, all that money is going to go to that agent. Then after that, when it does start accumulating, once it does start accumulating any type of cash value, it's only accumulated at a 2 to 3% interest rate, when you're paying it back at a 7 to 8% interest rate. So how are you winning in the money game? Who's paying that premium? You are. Who's supposed to be saving that money? You are. So at the end of the day, it's like Paul breaking the bank. You don't have a win in it. And then you're always going to be kicked off on those type of policies, because at the end of that policy, there's no money left. They don't start going into their savings trying to pay that death amount. I mean that premium, because it's eventually, once you get so old, it's going to be too high for you. You ain't going to be able to afford it no more. So that's how they go.
And so with that policy, with any other policy, what's the age? What's the age that it started? You can start it with infant.
18. With our policy, you can start at 18 and go up to oldest 70.
Okay. So and I'm looking at my cue card notes, you guys. I don't have them in my hand. I put them over here. So why is life insurance more important than ever in today's uncertain world?
It's just so much going on. I mean, it's just so much going on. And then with all that we're facing, with all the different things that are going on in our economy, and just everything that's going on, the way people just flipping out, it's just a lot going on. And I just say more than ever now is just because when you know better, you just want to do better. None of us are promised tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's no reason not to have life insurance on yourself. If you know you got a heartbeat, if you know you got kids that are dependent on your paycheck, if you know you got kids that are dependent on you, why wouldn't you want to put something in place for them to be able to live that it's the same life that they had when their parent was here?
That's good. I hope y'all caught that. People in the back catch that. Because I did. I was like, I had a life insurance policy, I don't know, long time ago, and then I canceled it because of financial difficulties. It was like, okay, that was. And that's another thing.
And that's another thing with our policies. They're very flexible. So say today you want a $300,000 policy, because you can pay that $100 today. But let's say next month you ain't able to pay that $100. Tish, I need you to take it down to $50 a month for me. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very flexible plan, because at the end of the day, like I said, we want you to keep this plan. It's a legacy plan. At the end of the day, once your kids have kids, you can put those kids on your plan, because those are your offspring. No other company does that. So, and the name of my company is Primerica.
Primerica. Did you take what the company was?
Yes.
Primerica. So, you said something that I was going to piggyback on it, because you said, the cost and the financial. And I think that's what gets a lot of people when it comes to these type of policies, life insurance policies, because they're like, hey, I'm already paying insurance, health insurance, and I got to pay this because I told you the same thing. I was like, look, I'm paying Aflac, I'm paying health insurance, I'm paying all these different policies. Somebody got to give. Like, what policy is the best policy? We know we need life insurance. We know we need to, especially, I'm a business owner. So, one thing I know last year, the reason why I decided to go on ahead and get full life insurance coverage over me and my husband, the kids and everything else, because I was like I said, I was seeing so many of my classmates and friends, and everything else was just passing. I was like, and it was scaring me at that time. I was like, oh my God, like, and just to see loved ones pass, and they don't have any beneficiary. I can't have a proper saying it wrong. Sorry, y'all. But they don't have anybody over their policy. They don't have a policy. They don't have nobody over their banking accounts. They just, it's just money just sitting in the bank. And we having fundraisers and GoFundMe pages for kids and loved ones, instead of actually sitting down and putting some insurance, some life insurance on each other to say, hey, you're covered. You're good. If anything was to happen to you, you're covered. Right. And that's, like you said, that's $25 a day. Think how many times you done went to Starbucks, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. Now, I ain't gonna tell them myself, but that money that you're putting into somebody else's business, you can be putting on your own life. That anything can happen. A car wreck can happen tomorrow and take you out. Are your family gonna be able to bury you comfortably? How you respectfully? Right. And funerals cost, baby. Sometimes I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. Man.
Exactly. For real. For real.
When I see so many, especially like the people my age, I'm 37, so I'm like, dang, what happened to them? You know, it's not that we trying to be nosy. It's like, okay, what do I need to be aware of? Because of my age, you know, you got high blood pressure, you got all this stuff going on, and stress, you know, financially stressed, because some people be like, okay, I mentally can't do this, and this, or you taking on too much. And so what happens is, boom, drop like a dime. And then the next week, the next day, you see what? Oh, we got a GoFundMe page. We at $250. Oh, we need to raise $5,000. We need to raise this amount of money. I'm like, I told my family, don't have no shirts on. I'm coming back. Don't have no shirts on. Because I'm like, no, the way you have to have, and that, while we speaking on this, having a burial plan is important. I don't care.
All that. A will in place. All that. A will in place, having your own, just everything, just having everything together. It gives your family so much peace. Because every family feuds when it's not a will in place, when it's not money in place to where, I mean, when it's money in place and it's not a will in place, because there's always somebody want more than what they're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it bugging down to. So at the end of the day, if you get it all planned out and you get it all wrote down, they got to respect your wishes.
And I've seen that a lot. Hold on, I'm moving my mic, y'all. I'm sorry. Just give me feedback on my end, so I'm sorry. But I have seen that a lot with a lot of couples and just family members that just haven't said, the old is still living. It's the young that's leaving us. And not having a proper documentation, giving you just a binder just to say, hey, this is where everything is. This is how I want everything, planning their stuff out. And so my next question was, what misconception do people often have about life insurance, which we talked about it, but I really want people to, how do you clear those, them people that's on that fence or just doubting, like, no, it's not for me. I'm good. She ain't talking to me.
I say this, with them type of people, it's only one thing to say to them. Don't you got a heartbeat? Don't you know that you're going to die? Don't you know that you got kids that's depending on you? If you got kids, or if you got a family member, you got a mama, don't you know you got people that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got people in place that if something was to happen to you, would you not want them to have something to be able to, maneuver in the event of losing you, so that, you know, they won't have to go through that grief with, you know, trying to build up, like I said, a GoFundMe, trying to build up all this money to bury you within these couple of days, because that's what they're going to have to try to do. Within the first 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks, everybody's trying to come up with this $15,000, and it's like, it's making the families go crazy, to the point to where people ain't speaking no more. People don't got nothing to say. Like, that's what goes on when you have to go through those type of things. Who want to go through that? When I can just give you $60 a month and I'm buried, I done left something behind, and everybody good. You know what I'm saying? Then nobody have to go to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever bills need to be paid, they got paid. The kids okay. Everything good. Like, it just brings so much more comfort to the family. Like, and I just feel like if anybody who's on the fence of saying that life insurance ain't for you, life insurance is for anybody with a heartbeat. Because at the end of the day, God forbid anything was to happen to you, I'm just letting you know that the indefinite is going to happen to you. That's the only thing we've ever been promised in this lifetime is that we are going to die. And that's what it boils down to.
You cleared that up. In the financial piece, she done already said it again. They work within your budget. So it's no need to say, well, I don't know if I can afford this. I don't know if this is something that I can tack on another bill. As I hear a lot of people say, that's like me adding on another bill. Don't I got enough of those? I agree. I agree, but this is not a bill. This is something that I can make sure that, again, she said it, peace, that your family has all peace. Our next thing is, what are some specific ways life insurance can provide financial security for families? So what is some ways you can give us? I know it's many ways. You could probably give us like 3 or 4 that life insurance can provide a financial security for families.
Okay, the first and main way is you getting buried. That's the first way. First way is knowing for sure that we got whoever this person is that passed away in our, whoever that person is that passed away, we know for sure that we could put them in their burial with no problem. That's the first thing. Second thing, you left behind security. And that's just meaning that you didn't leave your family in debt. You left your family with something that they can revive on. They don't have to go to work the next day. They can grieve in peace. They can pay their bills. They can make sure the kids got something going on as far as college, college entrepreneurship. That's the second thing, and like the third thing, like I said, peace. You left them at peace. You left them at peace. You left them without a doubt in the world, in their mind, knowing that you love them and that your love letter read something. Your love letter read that you wanted your family to be straight.
All right. And so we did we covered this. It just said, how does life insurance play a role with generational wealth? And we talked about that, being able to leave down a legacy for your children's children, being able to, and I told you on the phone, I said, a lot of us in the African American community, we just lack of knowledge. We don't have any knowledge when it comes to life insurance. I don't been to vendor expos where I don't see many life insurance agencies there at a vendor expo, and I feel like that should be a change of scenery. Like, it should be somebody there that's like, hey, let's talk to you about life insurance. Do you have life insurance? Are you looking to get life insurance? Let's schedule an appointment to talk about what I can offer. Because sometimes if it's not put in our face, we don't go for it.
And that's another thing that I was telling you, like how I was telling you that I got to get out in the community and just talk more about it, because at the end of the day, it's like people are shy of it, and it's nothing to be shy of. It's nothing to, feel like you, like I was talking to a friend the other day. She was like, I feel like we talking about you can't think of it like that. You just got to think of it as being prepared. You being proactive. You making sure that you are, leaving that legacy for your kids. Like, you have to think like that in order to go ahead and get it done, because most people put
responsibility though.
It is a responsibility, but most people put that responsibility down because they think they have time. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they fighting against that time, but you don't know your date. You don't know what time. You don't know when you don't know when it's gonna happen. So it's just best to be prepared. Okay. Yeah, the best day to get life insurance is today, right now. That's the best time to get it. Right.
So like I said, I love talking about generational wealth and just making sure that we passing down, especially us business owners. Hey, my business owners. Hey, y'all. Hey. Especially you guys, if you haven't thought about, or don't have a plan in place right now, like, hey, I need to get some type of insurance while you're a business owner. We got day-to-day operations. We do stress a little bit over different things, and we want to make sure that at least we are covered. Our families are covered. Anything can happen. Being a business entrepreneur, and you probably don't have a 9-to-5 job. So, because some jobs offer life insurance policies through their companies. So that might be something that you can offer your employees as well, like a life insurance policy through your company, or adding this young lady to your company, so that way she can come out to talk to your staff about adding life insurance to something. I say because we talk about like health insurance, being a childcare provider, we don't think we can provide is Aflac right now, but hopefully Doll catch this and she come reach out to and be like, no, you don't. But but it's not enough, And so I was like, with my own staff, I was like, I need to add life insurance. I really want to add life insurance with them, just to give them that, security to where, yes, you can work a job today and something happened to you guys. And I don't want to be like that owner to be like, okay, well, we're going to send flowers. No, she got insurance. She got life insurance. She got a whole policy out here. We're able to bear him and her comfortably. We're able to go to no payment plans. No
payment plans. And if we want to buy extra flowers, whatever extra we want to do, we're able to do that. Yes.
And just to know that you're providing something for your staff. So to my business owners, that's something that you need to really consider, especially if you're doing hiring events and doing things like that. That's something that you can really target to say, hey, we actually help with getting you on life insurance. Because I don't see a lot of people saying that on their flyers or whatever you got on your website or whatever. That a lot of people are not saying that enough. That hey, this and this. You might can only provide.
And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to partner with more business owners. You know what I'm saying? To talk to more people like that in that city of getting more people involved with getting life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all making the money. So there's no reason not to be covered. Now, and I'm not trying to, play in nobody's pockets or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, if you got it, there's no reason not to have it. It's just that simple. Protection. And that's like lending your pocket if you think about it. Because at the end of the day, who $100 ain't hurt nobody. $100 a month ain't hurt nobody. I'm just being real. So it's just like, it's all about the person and what they really want to pay for and what they really want to have.
Right. So are there any new trends or products in life insurance in the Primerica industry? Like, is there any new insurance policies that done changed or they done add, new things to it?
Our policies are pretty stern, but we do have a lot of riders that come with our policies. As far as like, say if you have a policy, if you've been on our policy, and you happen to get an illness, or they tell you where you're finna die, or you have so many days to live, or anything of that sort, Primerica would upfront you 75% of your face amount, meaning your death benefit. They will upfront you 75% and tell you to go do chemo or Cabo, whichever one you want to do. You have the freedom to do that, but whatever you have left behind, of course, we're gonna, use that for your burial, and your family can do what they want to do with the rest of those proceeds if you have anything left. So that's one of our riders. Like I said, all kids ride for the price of one. Your offsprings ride as well. So if you're a grandmother, your grandkids can ride, your great grandkids can ride, all your offsprings can ride for one price. And then we also have a to where you get a policy with us, the policy doubles within the 35-year term. So as you pay your premium does go up a tad, but your face amount goes up as well. So there's a lot of little different perks. And we like I said, we only send you on the underwriting for one time. So that means that you're only rated on your health, your age, and your habits one time. As long as you pay that premium, you're always on that policy up until 100 years old. So
up to 100 years old.
To 100 years old. And another thing,
103 or 110. I don't see people living to 110. Look.
And we got policies as low as $15 a month. So that's why I say there's no reason not to have it, man. Yeah. There's no reason not to have it. So I'm talking you.
Go ahead.
And then another thing about our policy, we have no war clauses. So that means no matter what you do, no matter what you die from, we pay out.
Okay. So do they just have to call and talk?
They just have to tell the truth on their application. As long as everything is truthful on your application, you're covered from day one, and we pay out. The quickest I've seen a payout is 48 hours.
Oh, that's a first. That's really a first, because like I said, I have a life insurance policy and I have to go back over it. I plan on having my meeting with you to go back over our life insurance policy to make sure that we are really truly covered and everything is to the T.
Yeah.
So I know we talked about your business and how everything operates and how you got into this business. So with the 2024, like I said, this podcast that we're talking to business owners, and we're just talking about some challenges and some wins in 2024 as far as it could be personal or it could be business. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced in your business in 2024?
Business partners. That's been kind of tough for me, but we're still trucking, we still going. I still have people on my team looking to get licensed life insurance agents, more people that's willing to go take this 2-day class and get this test done that you only have to make a 70% on and start making this money. And not just making the money, but getting out here in the community and actually helping the people understand what we're trying to offer. Like actually letting people understand what they have in their hand, protecting their legacy, protecting their family, giving their family that peace, giving their stuff that peace of knowing, that peace of mind, just of knowing that your family is protected. Your family is, everything gonna be okay with your family. You don't have to worry about anything. If anything was to happen to you, you don't have to worry about anything. Your family's okay. So that's what I want to do. That's my whole objective. And then, like I said, I want to go back on it and just pick back on that. The black kids are not left anything. Well, I know so many kids that have parents that passed away this year that don't have anything because their family wasn't left with nothing. The mama didn't have insurance, the daddy didn't have insurance, like whatever the case may be. And then I'm still seeing like so many GoFundMe's going down my timeline when I gotta get out here and hit my community. That's that. I don't know nobody that's been behind $100,000 or more since I've been seeing all these GoFundMe accounts. Since I've been seeing all these kids losing their parents, I ain't seen nobody get $100,000 or better. So that's the narrative I'm trying to change.
That's a good mission. I see that's a vision for you. That's your mission for 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
Sign to hit the payment. And you said something that when it came to business partners, as y'all know, we have opened up our EDU Station store front. And we was like, oh, the foot traffic. That's what we've been just aiming for, just getting more foot traffic. And a young lady walked into the daycare. I was thinking about my daycare, but into the store today, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm from this type of community. I'm over in this community." I said, "Well, we always ask, how do you hear about us?" And it was like, "Oh, from such and such and such." And so I talked to her for a while. Me and Miss Diamond talked to her for a while, and we was just sitting there. And we was like, we spoke it before she came in. I said, we just gonna get some flyers and we finna hit the pavement. I said, we just gonna go to door to door. I said, at this point, they're gonna think we Jehovah's Witnesses, because that's what I I need you to come see me.
For real. And that's what it boils down to.
I say that because when I started Tiny Tigers, I only started with 7 kids. And the thing was, I had got some flyers created, and I walked on Hendrix. I walked everywhere in that neighborhood that had a door. And I don't care, even if you didn't have a kid. I remember a lady was like, I don't have no kids, but my niece got some kids. I said, well, give her the flyer. I was like, just pass it out. And that's one thing that we talked about in the mindset class is getting over that doubt, getting over that fear, just instead of just action to it.
And I think that has a lot to do with what be going on with my recruits. You know what I'm saying? They get that doubt in them, they get that fear, they be excited at first, everything be going good, we get them in class, they working, and then as soon as it's time to take the test, it's like they just. And then I'm just like, fail forward. If you feel like you're going to fail, even if you do fail, you took the chance on doing it. So now you have some type of clue on what you need to do. So the next time you can go in there and knock it out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't give up on yourself. You have to take it 20 times. Oh, well, I had to take my driver's license test 5 times. Oh, well, I took it 5 times. I got it. I mean, it's just do it. It's the things you do to get the things you want in life. You have to keep going. And that's just what it is. Yeah.
And that's one thing that I see with a lot of our entrepreneurs, our young entrepreneurs especially, is they get told no, or they don't know nobody to support them, and like, let's give up. No, there was a couple of people biggest challenges that I talked to. It was just like, people just don't support me, baby. Y'all don't understand it. Not everybody walks inside my store. But I still go open up the doors. I turn on the light. I put the open sign on because it'll be a day when God bless me with a full of people, just an overflow full of people walking through that store. And am I going to be prepared? Yes, I am. Am I going to?
Yes,
the mindset? It's your mindset. So when they go into, even with your I can't even talk, with your new staff, with your new business partners that's coming with you in 2024, we're going to go ahead and speak it now because they coming forth starting this month and walking with you in 2025. They have to have the mindset, the business mindset that, hey, I'm a success. I speak encouraging words to myself early in the morning because, of course, somebody gonna say something negative to you that's not gonna brighten your day. But guess what? You got to remind yourself of the words that you told yourself, that I am successful, that I bring in money, that I know what I'm capable of doing. I might not pass. First, I won't succeed. I'm gonna dust myself off and try it again and again and again.
That's right.
That's what I could give you guys on that for her and then how you overcome it. You just, like you told him, you said, I took it again. Not every time you're gonna ace it out the park. Not every time you're gonna sit here and be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna give up. No. No. You think Oprah Winfrey gave up? No.
No.
Think Michael Jordan gave up?
No. They kept going.
That's
why they got what they got because they kept going.
Keep going. So what shifts in the economy or family dynamics? I'm going to make this splash. What shifts has happened in the way of the view of life insurance this year? Like, I know you said that you've seen a lot going down your timeline, that you've seen a lot of people just not really paying attention when it comes, because I see your posts every day. I see them in the Black Chattanooga page. I see them every day. I was like, oh my God, she is like you, baby. If anybody consistent on that Facebook, it's you. So
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What could you say was one of your challenges or even your wins when it came to doing that, like trying to keep up with what you've seen on your Facebook page?
I can say that, like, I do get a lot of inquiries, but I'm not getting a lot of people to follow through. You see what I'm saying? So that's the one of my biggest challenges. But as far as people talking about it and asking me about it and all that, like, I get that all the time. But nobody's sitting down and actually getting the plans and sitting up following up with what we talked about. When I give them the quotes, they ain't actually coming through and actually going ahead and putting that policy in. They're just putting it off.
So is it a follow-up plan that you do every 3 months, every 3 weeks, every 6 months, or you just
I try to follow up with my clients at least every 3 months. And that's just asking them if they have any questions. Because all of my clients, I send them the link to have their the app for their policy, so you can go over it. If they have anything that they want to actually see about that policy, they can go on that app at any time to see it. But I'm always available 24/7. So, like I said, I don't have no business hours. I'm a life insurance agent. Life happens all day long. So, at the end of the day, if you call me, if you need me, whatever I got to do, we'll get it set up. We'll get you, squared away as soon as possible. Right. Yes.
I love it. So my last question for 2024, can you share a success story where life insurance made a huge difference for someone in a difficult situation?
Yes. I have a fellow teammate. She had her dad died, and they did have life insurance on him. So at the end of the day, and he did have a live will. I mean, he did have a living will. So everything was so smooth. Like, I think that was the best I've ever seen a family act, to where that they were not feuding, they wasn't fighting. Everybody, like, it wasn't many of them. It wasn't nothing but like 3 sisters. So it's just 3 sisters. So it wasn't nothing to really feud about, because he didn't have many kids. And then he didn't have a wife either. So it was the split between those 3. But just the way they did everything so calmly, and I just knew for a fact that's what I wanted to have for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact I got to keep my life insurance policy active. I don't care what else I pay. I'm going to make sure I pay
that. Okay. And that just helps you know that it's just a ease, just being able to.
It was just like their aura, like the way they didn't even have a reason to be mad at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have a reason to try to feud or nothing, because everything was just, he had all his stuff already to the T put together. They didn't even have to really do anything. But turn his death certificate in. That's it.
Well, we thank you for your service and your story to share with us. They help somebody out there to understand that it's a part of life. Right. And one thing that we can hear over and over is peace. You want to give your family peace. You want to get them to where they're not worried about anything. You know, they just want just comfort. They just want to be peaceful and not having to pay no payment plans, no GoFundMe pages, no social media posts to say, hey, click the link and go make a payment here. You know, just something to be able to just say, hey, peacefully, we just want y'all to show up and just pay respects to this loved one. And that's it. Right. So to our fun things is goals and outlooks for 2025. What are some 3 major goals that you're working towards? And we already heard one of the major goals that you're working towards for 2025 for your business.
Well, you know, like I said, I'm definitely building a better team, but also just my outlook on life as a whole. I'm trying to be more about myself, you know, be more, and I don't mean to sound selfish in that, but I feel like I give a lot to others and their businesses and trying to support them. Like I feel to be more supportive of me this year. Trying to build me up and, you know, do more for me, more for my business and things of that sort. And then last but not least, I want to let my 9 to 5 go.
Okay.
2025.
When you said that, when you was like just more of myself, no, you're not being selfish. In the business mindset mastermind that we had, I talked about that. I was like, we got to learn. I put so much in everybody else's business that I shadow myself. I just put myself to the back, and I started getting frustrated, started getting overworked, and I was like, no, 2025, it's a no for me. If you didn't support me in 2024, don't get in my inbox trying to ask me to support you in 2025. The same energy that you had in 2024, because I support a lot of people. I do a lot of things, and I was just selfish to myself. And you gotta go back to what you love to do, what brings you joy. So that's nothing wrong with, hey, I'm loving on myself in 2025.
Yeah, that's what's going on in 2025. Yes. 2025, I'm trying to be more for me.
Yeah, and it's in just taking self-care. We talked about that, just having that self-care. And self-care is not always, oh, I'm going to take myself to the spa. This is that. No, self-care is giving yourself that day, meaning you focusing on yourself that day. That's taking care of you, sitting at home, not doing nothing for no one else. Okay.
Right. That's right.
How do you plan to reach more families and individuals in the upcoming year?
Getting out more in the community, being at more vendors, doing more pop-up shops, just having more of my own events, things of that sort, just really getting out, talking more.
And the idea came to me, but we're going to talk about it off camera, that I have an exciting idea for you that I think will work for you. I know for the childcare sector, this would benefit for a lot of ways. So I got some ideas coming up for you real soon. Are there any new strategies or approaches that you excited about? Like, what are you excited about in 2025? Do you got something new that's coming out? Are you planning something new?
Yes, I have some that I haven't even thought, you know, throughout the year, because it ain't all the way together. But yeah, I got a couple of things coming up, couple of projects I got going that I think is gonna be very, very beneficial, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I do.
Okay. Yep. I'm excited now. I'm like, okay, now you post all day, so I'm gonna be like this. Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming.
I'm excited. So, what's some advice you would give to someone who doesn't know where to start with life insurance? Of course, we know that, you know, we talked about it, you know, but where can they go? Like, how can they find you, or what advice?
You can find me on my Instagram page. I mean, not my Instagram page, Facebook page, Tisha Bentley. You will also email. Did you put my
I don't think it didn't come through.
You can call me 423-888-1415. You can always call me, send me a text. But my Facebook page, you can DM me, or you can hit my email at quatishab@gmail.com. That's QUATISHAB@gmail.com. If you want to, you know, set up any inquiries about getting the life insurance, getting a quote, we can do that at any time. I'm always available. Like I said, I'm always available.
We'll
Ready
make
to
sure
rock and
you
roll.
get your info, put your information on here as well. For them to be able to contact you and inbox you as well. And her Facebook, I was trying to share the page, but it won't let me share it today. I said, oh, it's being real, just mirror mad today. I don't know what's going on. But for those who are hesitating with one small step that they can take to start planning their financial future, what is some of the small steps that you can give some of our listeners that are literally like, I hear what she's saying, but I'm still trying to figure out what I need to do.
So if that's the case, then you can put up $5 a week, get you a $20 a month policy. And so you know what I'm saying, come and get a better understanding. Come and ask the questions that you need to ask to get a better understanding of what you need to understand in order to get to where you need to be at, so that you can get the proper amount of coverage that you need for you and your family.
Oh, awesome. And then what's the most important things you learned in your career that can inspire others to thinking about protecting their loved ones, but also thinking about joining your team? What are some things that inspired you to, I know we know the reason why you joined, but what are some things that can inspire others to be like, hey, I want to join because I got family members that don't know about life
insurance? Right. Why not you be your family's insurance agent? Why not you be the one to go and change the narrative for your family? Why not you be the one to make sure that your nieces, nephews, little cousins, uncle, why not you be the one for them to go and, protect all of them?
Make a change.
Make a change in your family first. That'll be the first step, is making a change in your family. Then you can reach out to others and, help the community as well.
Ooh. So our closing questions for all my listeners and everything. I thank you again for stopping by the EDU station. Our YouTube subscribers, like, share, subscribe. Again, follow her on Facebook. We're going to get our Facebook stuff up here so that way you can follow her on Facebook. You can follow her on Instagram. You got your Gmail. You got everything that you'll be able to, for those, because sometimes some people like to do just like, hey, I just come back to it. For everybody that's catching the replay. Hey, y'all. Come on in, come join us, okay? But
right.
How can people, I know they can connect to you that way, but you're saying that you're gonna start 2025 is where you're finna really be hitting the payment and going to go talk to people. What are some areas that you think you're gonna hit first? So that way some people that's listening to be like, okay, come over here to the west side, come to the east side, come over here to the south side.
I want to start on the east side because I want to start with like Avondale Center because I know they do a lot of partnering. So I want to start there first and then go through the Woodlawn area. Start that area first. Yeah.
I love it. So y'all hear it. So if she started passing it out and she said, hey, she needs some supporters to also, you might not be ready to join a team or anything like that, but just giving free support and sharing her information to your family, sharing things like y'all scroll all day long on Facebook. Y'all can share and say, hey, she got something going on for y'all that want to look into getting this, and this. Now, what's your final takeaway you want your listeners to remember about life insurance and its role in their lives?
My final takeaway is just, at the end of the day, we want to be able to change the narrative for our community. We want to be able to change the narrative for our kids, especially. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to leave their kids behind, and nobody knows the day that they're going to perish. So there's no reason to not go ahead and be proactive about what you're doing as far as setting up your financial, your financial strategies to where what you're going to leave behind for your kids, what's going to go where, how you're going to, how you want your burial plans to be. If you want to be buried, if you want to be cremated, like it's time to just go ahead. If you can, go ahead and get that stuff out the way, so it could just be done and you'll be forgot about it and it's, it's done. You know what I'm saying? And just, leave a legacy. Just leave a legacy for your friends. Leave a legacy for your family and keep yourself at a state of mind of knowing that if anything was to happen to you, like I said, your family will be okay.
Yeah, and that's the big part. Peace.
And that's the biggest part. That's the biggest takeaway.
Peace.
That's the biggest takeaway.
And that's what I put this in secure financial security. Like just having that security that no, I don't have to do no payment plans. I don't have to do anything else. One thing my grandparents taught me was paying for a burial plot, or go ahead and get everything set up. And that was something that that's generation. Most
Right.
kids ain't sitting at the table talking to their grandparents about certain stuff, and my grandparents was like, no, you want to start doing this, and this, so that way you taken care of. Y'all ain't got to worry about anything. And so having that attorney there to make sure that they have you recording while you here full body and being able to record yourself of what you want done, and how's the life insurance policy set up. So I thank you again for joining us on this podcast. Again, of course, we're going to have you again come back on here so that way you can literally, I wanted her to come on and like do a step-by-step to go behind the scenes to actually see how all these policies is set up. Because like I told her, a lot of times we can talk it, but some people are visual learners. They got to see the plan in front of them to actually be like, okay, so this what really happens. Oh, so you can write a $5 policy and I'm covered. Oh, I can adjust my policy. I would tell you, I was with a life insurance policy, a policy long time ago, and what we had is what we had. It wasn't no adjustment. It was there. And so my pastor was like, oh, well, I'm getting licensed in Tennessee. I'm going to try to get you on a better plan, a better health and life insurance plan, and it's just because you stuck. Some people are stuck, and then you just have to cancel that whole policy out. Now, think about it. You've been with them probably 6, 7, 8 months. You don't paid all this money into that. That money don't go back to you.
Right. That's right.
They don't care. You canceled your policy. So this is the time, and I know we at the end of the year, it's 2024. Girl, it's Christmas. Don't nobody want to think about that. But this is the time that you need to sit down and actually go over your life insurance policy if you have one. Sit down with somebody that is an expert like herself. Sit down and talk to them. Talk to somebody that's going to tell you, hey, okay, yes, you have a good policy, but I'm pretty sure I can get you something better. I'm pretty sure we can help with this category. This compare. Right. Sometimes you might want Jordans, and sometimes you might want Air Max. Some people just want Jordans. So compare.
That's real. Yeah.
Go and compare. Look at your life insurance policy. Treat your life insurance policy as, hey, I wanted to make sure that this is something that I left for my kids. I know people taking trips, people traveling, people coming up missing. Everything's happening now. And so after so long, what do? You got to find something to figure it out. Having that financial talk with your family, even at the kids' age of 5. Talking with Mr. Corey's wife, Chicken with Bones, talking with them, and they was teaching a little one about financial literacy. And I was like, oh my God, teaching them at that young of an age. And I started doing it in my daycare, just teaching financial
and that's
literacy.
what we should have been taught.
At the age of 3, some on 3, some on 4, some on 5, and just teaching them just about financing, how much money. Okay, let's put some money back. If I give you $1, how much money you going to put back into, your savings account? And so, playing that game of life really happens.
Yeah, that's right.
Really happens. Okay. So again, I thank you again for coming on here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you so much.
And just speaking your knowledge with us about what's going on with life insurance. So I appreciate you. We at the EDU station would love to have you come in person to set up shop one weekend to just sit down there, and as the customers come in, as we have a flyer, we can do bagels and have a drink. We'll talk about life insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
Down at the EDU station one weekend. That'll be an awesome thing to do, just because we're in the community that we serve our community as well. So if you don't know where we are on East 3rd Street, right between the Family Dollars and the SunTrust. So we got the Dawson apartments over here. We got I think it's some more apartments somewhere else down the road. Then you got East Side going on down. So
I got your address right here.
Yeah, we're pretty sure we can hit some neighborhoods up, and my husband can create you a flyer so that way we can get it out in a timely manner and partner up together, so that way we both are in this community to serve and making sure that we leaving back a legacy for our children's children. All right. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Thank you for joining us. For everybody, again, that's catching the replay, please tune in for us for another podcast. We got some more exciting episodes coming up real soon with some exciting guests. We got one podcast that's coming out this week with Miss Coach Frances Davis. She'll be coming out. She's talking to you about HR, customer service. Oh, she got a whole book, y'all. You got to purchase this book. So I'm excited about that. So we'll be releasing that episode on this Thursday. Now, it's a little lengthy. Y'all know when I get with Coach Francis, we get the girl talking and then forget that what we really doing. But It's so exciting. It's so exciting. So again, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys. Stop by the EDU station this week. Again, come by and say hey to Miss Diamond, say hey to me, say hey to Jay, say hey to Elle. Come by, take a picture, and we got some more exciting things coming up for you guys in 2025. Until then, all aboard the education station.
Miss Ma'am.